Decided to go ahead and do this little video about how to make good mashed potatoes while I'm doing the one about the short ribs Espanol as well, because this is a lot easier. First, you want to start off by peeling potatoes. I usually use Idaho, but you don't have to. Really, any kind of potato works. Sometimes I even use red and leave a little bit of the skin on them, so it makes really good mashed potatoes. First off, I don't know how many people in your family, but you'll want to cut as many potatoes as you think it would take you to feed how many ever people in your family, and the levels can vary. But one thing I will tell you is not to cut your potatoes up too small. I would not go below this size. I mean about an inch, maybe a little under, but you don't want to go much smaller than that. And I have big hands, so you know, you may not notice how big those really are, but if you start making potatoes smaller than that, and then you overcook them a little bit, when you dump the water, it's going to be mush. So that's where a lot of people mess up their mashed potatoes. So cut them into big chunks, and then cover them with water, and then you start them cooking. So here, let me turn. I'm going to cover them with water till there's about an inch of water over top, and I'll turn them on. My short ribs are still in the oven cooking, so I'm just going to toss this into another video and put it up beside the short rib video as well. But you get the general idea. I'll cover them with water, and then I'll turn the heat on medium high. I just got done checking my short ribs. They're just about done. And I went ahead and started the mashed potatoes on. So they're gonna be done here soon, and I'm gonna get a vegetable and we'll have a 4-course meal. Okay, I gotta hold the camera and do this. So I might have to set it down for a second. But one thing you'll notice is when the potatoes are done, they start to get a kind of a clear look to them. And then what you can do is, hold on a second here. Let's see if I can do this with 2 hands. And, choke up on it a little bit here. Take a toothpick, push down, and it should break the potato. See that? Those potatoes are done, ready for mashed potatoes. I let them boil about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then I check them. If they're not quite to that point, then I'll let them go a little longer. You don't want to keep cooking them because they'll turn into soup on you, and they won't make good mashed potatoes. So I'll cut off here. I'm going to drain them, and I'm going to show you how I mash them. I put about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of black pepper and about a teaspoon of salt. You don't want to get too much carried on away with the salt, because as anything with salt, you can add too much and you can't take it out. But if you don't put enough, you can always add a little bit more. So what you see here, this is a half stick of butter and a half stick of margarine, because I used to use margarine a lot, but you know, with everything going on with the trans fats and all that, I kind of mash them a little bit here to start. Get them started. Sorry, had my camera turned the wrong way. And then I start. Watch out, you don't want it to fly out of the pan or whatever you're using. If you're using a bowl, I usually do use a bowl, but I didn't feel like digging one out. Everything's been slowly getting packed up. So I'm trying to not. Let's just put it this way, I've been washing a lot of dishes because I've been reusing the same things over and over again. And you can see it's already looking pretty fluffy, you know, so it's not all. I've seen people make some really runny mashed potatoes here. Alright, what I'll do is I'll put me just a little taste of these here, if I can see if they need more butter. Maybe a pinch more salt. And I can always switch between butter or margarine, so I'm gonna add another couple tablespoons of butter and another couple tablespoons of margarine, because I did have about 3 pounds of potatoes in there. And then you add a little bit of milk, and again with the milk, you don't want to add a lot of it. It does give it a whiter texture when you do add the milk. Some people add heavy cream. You can add heavy cream. You can add half and half if you want. Gives it a creamier texture. Normally I would be holding the pan with my hand, but I'm holding the pan for the center. Home center. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, do a little bit of milk. Run over to the refrigerator. Oops. Let me cover up the lid. So I'm gonna put about maybe a smidge more. That's it. A couple tablespoons of milk, really. Should be more than enough. But the bad thing about milk too is also if you add too much, you're gonna make soup out of your mashed potatoes. So. And I just think it needed a little bit more salt, but I'm going to taste it again. So you can see some good mashed potatoes. Hang on a second. Let's dirty another spoon up there. Let's see if it needs more salt or any more butter or any more milk. I think it's just a little weak on the salt. Just another pinch of salt, and I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to cut to the next scene and then show you what this all looks like set up. Short ribs Espanol, mashed potatoes, broccoli and cheese, and dinner rolls. And you can watch my other video I just posted about short ribs Espanol.